Okay, real quick, let's tell you what we're installing for suspension on this Toyota Tacoma. In the front, Bilstein 8112s with heavy coils and light racing upper control arms. In the back, 8100s from Bilstein and custom Deaver springs to carry our payload. This episode of Mountain State Overland is presented by OK 4-Wheel Drive, serving 4-wheel drive enthusiasts since 1979. Midland USA, pioneering two-way radio technology for over 50 years. And Bilstein, revolutionizing dampening technology for over 60 years. Okay, this is a little different, right? And we're just trying to be responsible, do the right thing. But we're in OK 4-Wheel Drive, and we've got Ben, AJ, and Ren helping us out complete the Tacoma. So let's walk you through and tell you where we got started. We just showed up and laid all the parts out. Okay, down here on the floor, we have Deaver Stage 3 springs that we're going to be installing on the Tacoma because we're putting a canopy camper on there. And we're installing goose gear drawers, and we're gonna have 2 fridges, so we're gonna have a lot of weight back there. And as far as the shocks go, we're using the Bilstein 8112s on the front with the heavy springs, and we're using the 8100 on the back. Bilstein's been an OEM provider for Toyota for years since I started driving Tacomas, and we had a new opportunity this year, and we wanted to see what Bilstein could deliver for suspension enhancements on the Tacoma, or suspension upgrades on the Tacoma. So we've got a little bit of work here to do this morning to get the Bilsteins ready for the truck, and we're going to be doing suspension, we're going to be doing bumpers and sliders and skids. Let's get started. There you go, there it goes. Just like that. We're in the shop and we're putting the heavy springs on the 8112 Bilsteins.
They're nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell.
Yeah.
Bilstein doesn't mess around. I mean, that's why AEV uses them. I mean, even if they're telling you what your cab length, your weight should be per corner, per engine. I mean, it's definitely, I would probably say over-engineered to the point where we probably don't even appreciate what's really going on.
Yeah. You get this to a point you can just spin it off by hand. We're going to put an SPC light racing upper control arm here to give us some more clearance around the spring when it droops. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Hey. And there she goes. Number 1's out. I'm about to drop number 2.
Okay, so right now we're going to take our front reservoir for the shock and we're going to put the bracket on, mounting bracket, and fairly straightforward. You want to get in here and line it up, and then tighten everything down. We'll get these 2 screws in here. Once we have everything lined up, everything looks like it's where it's supposed to be, we'll come back and tighten everything.
What'd you have for lunch?
I had poutine.
Oh really? How do you feel? I feel actually pretty good now. I was a little slow.
It's in my mask. I feel full of cheese and gravy. I'm ready to play with some suspension here. This is the Bilstein 8112. It looks badass. Look at that tubing right there. It's this like awesome braided tubing that's really fat and thick.
You like the hose?
I really like the hose. It has a real nice thick hose. Next, we're moving on to the rears. We're going to put Bilstein 8100s on the rear, which is that guy right there. Also, thick braided hose. Nice big reservoir here. And over here we have our Deaver Stage 3 springs. They're uprated from the factory springs that we have on there, and they should be able to give us the extra support we need to support our camper setup. Ren and AJ are over here playing with each other by the toolbox. I don't really think they do anything. They clearly haven't put any effort into this process at all. They, you know, I've done all the work so far. I've done all the suspension work on this truck. They clearly They don't do anything around here.
Is that true, AJ?
I'm the hardest working one here.
He's right.
Look how clean my gloves are. Theirs are so dirty that like they couldn't have done anything. So far, I have removed the shocks and unbolted this piece of suspension here, and it's ready to come off. So I'll let these guys finish it off.
Just feel the holes. You'll get it.
That's a really nice mount.
Wherever my nose grows is where the hose flows.
We live in a Dr. Seuss book.
It's a solid grip you got there.
We got to go up with this jobber job.
I guess that would make me quarter pounder. I don't even know what that means.
Okay, let's talk wheels and tires. So I wanted to go a little bit lighter with the truck this year, and honestly the Rock Monsters were pretty heavy when paired with the ST Max or the STT Pro. So we're installing AEV Crestone dual sport rims with the rock rings to protect the rims themselves. For tires, we're putting the ST Max on the truck. I like the ST Max because it's got good tread life, it's quiet, I can hear myself think, and it's very capable off-road. Now the big difference on this truck is we're putting a 34-inch tire. That's a 285/75/17. In the past, we had installed 285/70/17s, which is like a 32.99-inch tire or a 33-inch tire. So we've added a little bit of clearance to the vehicle, and I'm pretty excited about that. All right, so what I want to do here is get this guy. Let's lower it down here a little bit. Put it out here on the drum, maybe. I think this suspension is going to outperform some other stuff that we've worked with before. So we've got Deaver Stage 3 Expedition leafs on the back here. Ren's got one on installed already. I'm going to be dropping the OEM leafs off and putting those on here now. We're aiming to get done with this while there's significant sunlight outside so we can go drink some beer tonight. That will happen. You can kind of see what Ren's here doing a little bit. He's getting the reservoir mounted up for these 8100 shocks. And then he's going to push them into the right depth, which I think it was like 35 millimeter, something like that. And then you got to turn the reservoir to get the hose to fit in and sit just right. Yeah. So we got our bolts out. Maybe. We got one bolt.
A little hard to get to, but a really nice piece.
This is the OEM leaf springs with only 4,000 miles on them. If you want to buy them, they are now for sale. Okay, so we've already put the bushings in. The key always is with these bushings is to lube them up generously on the inside and outside. But like I said, we've already done that, so now we're going to take this and put it in the truck on the passenger, on the driver's side. This is the front, stickers on the front. We'll go out that way, spin around, and take her in. How about that? A little bit heavier than the last ones, and they haul a lot more weight. You got that roller in. Okay, you can stay right there for just a sec?
Yep.
Good? Yeah, good.
Whew, that thing's heavy.
Yeah. I don't need no stinking hammer. This is gonna be fun here.
Boom.
The 8100 going in on the driver's side of the truck now, and I'm dropping shit, which is okay. So I'm gonna set my reservoir here on top of my leaf and just kind of watch it so it doesn't drop and bang around. And set this guy into place, make life a little bit easier for us. Okay, bottom bolt in on these kick-ass 8100s. I kind of want to jump the truck right now, but I'm afraid it might be a little bit harsh because we have no weight in the back of the truck and these monster Deaver springs in here. So we're gonna zip that down, we're gonna zip the top down, then we're gonna mount the remote reservoir. This reservoir mount is actually utilizing these cutouts, and it's machined to fit in there perfectly. So you don't have some sort of ugly worm clamp like biting around your reservoir. We are nearing the end of day one. And then what are we gonna do, Ben?
Drink beer.
Drink beer. But today we focused on suspension. Probably gonna go camping tonight. Honestly, I think we're gonna try to get up on Ren's parents' property and drink some beer and cook out. Ren's an amazing chef, so it's a real delight to come here and drink good beer with your buddies after we've all been in isolation for like 45 days. Shane, it's Jason at Mountain State Overland. How are you doing?
Jason, how are you doing?
What kind of ride can we expect out of, this suspension package?
Really tried to go for comfort, but at the same time, when you get up to that big gotcha or that big hole, it'll suck it up. The 8112 coilover in the front is quite a bit different than anything else on the market, and that it's position sensitive, but it actually has a true hydraulic bump stop for the last 2 inches of travel. Well, the Toyotas, they have about 10 to 11 inches of travel, depending on what model year, 4Runner or Tacoma. The zone control really allows for us to tune to get the best out of that travel. So you'd expect a really, really smooth ride under normal conditions. And if you hit something hard, if you got someone riding the car, you look at your buddy and go, whoa.
Whoa.
Did we just drive through that? Okay, we'll keep on going.
I'm thoroughly excited to be working with the company that wants to collaborate and wants feedback and wants to get their product out there so people can see it. Tell the guys at the shop we said hi next time you see them.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Thanks a lot, Jason.
Thank you, Shane. See ya.
Okay, bye.
Bye. For trail protection, everything on this Tacoma is Victory 4x4. We've got a strike front bumper that's been color matched and a Warren Xeon Platinum winch inside. We've got Blitz sliders and LED rock lights and full belly skids. It is a new day at OK 4-wheel drive. We had a lot of fun last night camping and drinking some beverages. But now I'm taking the pallet jack back to the back and we're gonna work on the sliders and a bumper and some skids today. Maybe a little bit electrical too. Let's see how far we get. Welcome to one of the OK 4-wheel drive warehouses. Here's the bumper here. Let's go find the sliders. We were talking about doing the interior of the camper today too, but like I said yesterday, taking it a step at a time, taking our time. We're gonna be back again, putting gears in. That's all gonna happen here while we leave the truck. So we're gonna be back again and we'll just work on the interior of the camper then. There's a lot of stuff on there. It's 11 o'clock and we're just now getting started. That to give you an idea how late we were up last night. Rusty Jenkins came to see us too. He's an interesting fellow. Kind of an odd personality, but kind of close to our hearts, near and dear to our hearts. Might invite him over today to come say hi or something. I don't know. We'll see. There she blows. 10S Platinum, more than 10S Platinum. We're gonna install this on the bumper, of course, before we put the bumper on. So we're like we said, we're gonna kind of dress this up. We're gonna put the lights on it, get everything prepped, and then we're probably gonna start cutting plastic then at that point. But we've got a lot of the Victory 4x4 equipment laid out here, minus the sliders, which are outside, because we just don't have enough room for it right now. So all this shit is going on that truck today. So what do you think about this bumper install so far?
Pretty easy. I mean, they tell you how to mark it up. You cut it straight across, you remove the whole lower section basically in one unit, and you bolt on the new bumper. So as far as Tacoma bumpers go, it's probably about as simple as it can get.
We've moved outside because, you know, getting up and down, and we wanted to get a table, and the only strong table we had is just too big to move inside, so we got the forklift, brought this out here. Anyway, we're gonna do the piecing of the bumper out here, and then we're gonna carry it in there and then mount it on the truck. But putting a factor 55 fairlead on here, we've already got 2 rigid spots on here, and then we're gonna put a 20-inch rigid single row LED light bar right in here before we put in the Warren Xeon 10S Platinum. We watched the videos from Victory 4x4. Daryl's just an awesome guy and lots of good instruction out there. We haven't made much progress here today, and it's already like noon, so we got to get started. Okay, light bar is in. Now we're going to do the winch. We don't know if the control pack is going to fit in there yet, but we're going to give it a shot and see.
Do you want to cut that up and take a look before we put this on here?
No.
Oh, because we can always take this off after it's mounted.
There's a big gap. There's a big gap up underneath the
There's
grill.
some fascia that we could trim under that if we had to. Like, it's not the absolute end of the world.
Yeah.
Even if we do have to take it apart and remount the solenoid pack, it's not a big deal to do
Oh,
it.
it's just right here.
Okay.
Well, let's see if it clears.
That's really close, yeah. I don't care about the bumper, but you don't know where the holes are yet.
Basically there. I mean, if it's clearing, it's...
If it's clearing, it's clearing,
It'll
but
be
it's just what is right here is the bumper.
Probably the grill.
1, 2, 3.
This is fine.
Yeah, we got the winch in the bumper, the lights in there. I'll be honest with you, we tried this a couple times. Tried to go with the solenoid unit on the top, removed for relocating. Couldn't really find anywhere good to relocate it, so we made some modifications in front of the radiator, and it's all gonna fit, so let's do it.
Yeah. Let's spin down. Spin down.
Just watch the glass. I'm far from it, so we just need to go up and in still. I'm hitting.
You go up or what?
You need to go up.
Sir?
Yeah, I am on. I'm in there now.
Boom! That looks good.
No, I think it looks pretty good. I think that modification between the radiator and the grill is going to allow us to leave the winch fully intact, and we're not going to have to relocate the control unit. So
Huge plus.
huge plus, big win. Took some time that we weren't expecting today, but we're going to get this thing bolted up. Then we're going to start on the skids and wrap up with the sliders here this evening. We're back and moving on. We have a little bit of a lunch break here. It's about 1 o'clock or so. We are going to remove these cross member brackets here and start on the Victory 4x4 Tacoma skids. We got the whole underside of the Tacoma to cover up, but first we're going to remove these cross members. We've already dropped down the factory skid plates. Okay, so this is the Victory 4x4 Tacoma front skid. We're going to do all of them underneath this truck right now. To get started with the front skid, we're going to be reusing 2 of the factory bolts and 2 button head bolts down here. 4 bolts here, guys. You think we can do it?
Wow, that is really ridiculously easy.
Yeah.
Now here on the back, we're going to be dropping down these plates, these heavy steel plates, down into the cross tube as a as a point for us to anchor to. Now, I think I remember them saying the hard part about this was actually getting this to thread on the bolt, but there's an opening up here that you could drop down to. So we spent a lot of time on the front bumper, honestly. I don't think it is a long install. It's just the first time we've ever done it, and we had to discover how we wanted to mount the winch.
It's been for more of a non-integrated solenoid pack winch, like an M series or a VR.
Yeah.
So the Xeon, was a little challenging, but not too bad.
No, not too bad. I really like this because it's simple. It's covering the major components here, and it's aluminum. So we're going to be doing aluminum here on the next section, and then we're going to have over the transfer case is going to be steel, just a steel section there. We're on the mid skid right now. AJ is just taking out the bolts for the cat guards, and then we're installing the mid skid here.
The cat guards. Meow.
Mid skid, tranny skid, here it goes. We're ready. 4 bolts. Uh-oh. What?
Kicked it. Here, I'll do that one with the sockets.
I was using both of them.
It's gonna go both. 2 are gonna go to a hole.
Are there any lock washers or anything? No. It isn't. Okay, so there's only 6 bolts. I stand corrected. I thought there was 4, but these cat guards have 2 bolts right here. AJ is going to stick the last one in, and Ren has got 1 bolt in. A little tricky, not bad. I've had worse skid plate installs. Okay, we've got the exhaust guard here for the transfer case skid, and this is steel, so it weighs a hefty amount. So let's pick this thing up and take it over and put it on the training jack. I think this is the front, right?
Here, come this way. I'll drop it on here. AJ, you want to pass?
And like that. Oops. We've already zipped these off, right?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, man.
And we're using factory bolt right there too, right?
No, this gets drilled through.
This is drilled through, and we're going to use that. We're going to drill that now.
Yep.
And
that also gets utilized for the sliders.
Yeah, utilized for the sliders too. Okay, well, let's just keep on going up with it and make it easy for us, huh? All right. I'm over top of our bolts.
That side's over top.
Hold on. Okay, that one's on.
Yep.
Oh, you bastard. Oh, there it goes.
Good.
Sweet.
Yeah, not too bad here so far. You got a lady hair there. Not sure who's been hanging out here, but okay. We're down to the fuel tank skid, and then we're drinking beer. So this one's aluminum, right? So we're back to some lightweight material, and we're gonna put it on the tranny jack.
We gotta do a 180.
Okay. Definitely makes life a little easier. Okay. Ooh, how's that gonna work here?
It's probably gonna be a problem.
You want to save it then, or what? We're into our 3rd day now. We decided to ditch the gas tank skid and enjoy the night and have a little cookout here. But that's what we're working on first thing this morning. It's a pretty straightforward installation. It utilizes the bolts that are on the gas tank straps, as well as metal straps that you'll be installing on the frame of the truck too. Ren is actually drilling out 1 hole here on the frame as an additional anchor point for the gas tank skid. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this one either, so we'll just drill that.
What, that one bolt?
Yeah, because there's too much tweak on it, pushed up.
Let me drill this and we'll drop it down and finish it.
Okay. We're moving on to sliders. These are the Victory 4x4 Blitz sliders. So got a lot of Victory 4x4 armor on the truck. We've already mocked these up to see where the bolt holes are going to be. We've done all of our drilling, I think. I don't know I don't know if we're gonna have to do any more drilling, but we will see. What we need to do is get these set up on the frame underneath the jack so we can get the truck back up in there and actually bolt these together and then put the sliders on them. So that's what we're gonna do now. I'm really excited about getting these installed on the truck. There's some LED light pods integrated into them. And, but we gotta get the first pieces put into place before we can get too far along. Something like that for now. We're gonna find the hardware and bolt it on there. We quickly concluded that we couldn't use the jack, so we'll be laying on our backs for this project.
We got 5 4-packs.
You got what?
5 4-packs of beer last night. We ran through them all.
Did we? Really? Holy shit.
That's a lot of IPAs.
So the last bracket that we have to install here is mounted to the cross member, and I'm pretty sure we're going to take the bolt up through here because you wouldn't want to have a big bolt hanging out like that. So somehow I'm going to have to get in there and put a nut on there. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. We went ahead and mounted one slider already, so we knew what we were doing, and we spent some time doing it, right? And kind of learning from our mistakes. And so what we're going to do now is pick up the other slider and we're going to install it on the other side over here. It's pretty heavy. It's a beefy slider. Bring some bolts over with you so that when you get it in place, you can kind of line it up and leave it there temporarily so you don't have to sit there and hold it. How are we going to get that underneath? Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, you ready to go? A little easier with your gloves off. We gotta go this way somehow.
This back one looks like you can get it.
8, 12. Yeah, so we got 12 bolts to go, and we'll have this thing bolted up on there. It's just a process of finding the most awkward position for your hands. Mm-hmm. And then, okay, I think I got it. Okay. It's kind of close there, but I'd be shocked if we didn't.
Nah, that's cool.
I think it's gonna
makes me happy.
pull it all down when we tighten everything up.
A natural born son of a gun, too hard to